Hello! Today I bring you a review of Skim. This is a graphic novel written by Mariko Tamaki and illustrated by Jillian Tamaki. It's not often I read a graphic novel. In fact, there have been a few that I've read that I haven't actually spoken about on this channel because I wanted to do a sort of individual graphic novel review. However, I read so few that never happened. I have, for the lowdown, read Saga Volume 1, not got round to any more because they're quite expensive. Now of Brown, which I loved. Mouse by Arch Spiegelman, and I think that's all, to be honest with you. I think the reason that I don't often read graphic novels is because I know that more work goes into the art and stuff like that, and so therefore it costs more. But I find it quite hard to justify spending sort of £15–16 on a book that's going to take me an hour when I could spend £8–9 on a book that's going to take me a few days and that I will get more enjoyment out of for me. It is a shame. For example, the Saga series I would really like to continue with, but I just don't want to spend the money because they're so thin and I just don't see that it's worth it for me. But I picked this up because it was in the bargain bin at my local bookshop for £5. And I thought it looked quite pretty. I'm sure I've seen other people talk about this. I'm sure I've looked at it before, but I just picked it up on a whim. And I have to say I really enjoyed this. This is basically, it's sort of a graphic novel in diary style by a girl called Kim, nicknamed Skim because she's quite a large girl, and that's sort of what the kids call her. At times I thought I really didn't like this, especially in the beginning. I didn't really like the sort of teen lingo diary style, but there are also very, very poetic bits. For example, what made me pick it up is the blurb on the back that says, "I had a dream, I put my hands inside my chest and held my heart to try to keep it still." In terms of the artwork, there is double page spreads like this, which I really enjoyed. Other than that, it is just general cartoon style, but it's quite pretty and the double page spreads are really lovely. And yes, basically this is about, it's kind of a sexual identity graphic novel and also about coming of age, feeling confused, feeling like you don't fit in, and very much about first love and the confusion of first love, especially if you are feeling it for somebody of the same sex, etc., or somebody that's inappropriate. It's quite lovely. There's also themes of suicide in this. A boy from the school that they go to has committed suicide, and that's all around school, and school's really pumping about the anti-suicide messages, and Skim, who is a bit of a goth girl, and her friend, they just find it all a bit stupid, and it's just really quite sweet. It only took me an hour to read. It's not the longest, and yeah, it was lovely. I really did enjoy it, and at the end I thought, yeah, I enjoyed that experience. I'm not going to say that it's changed my opinion of graphic novels particularly. I probably wouldn't have paid the full £10 for this, but it was worth it. I mean, the only problem with it, and the reason it was reduced, is because the back page has come off a bit, but that's fine. I can deal. I didn't even realise that until I came to the end, so, you know. This has got some very poetic writing in though, and I think that's what sold it for me, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who's into poetry and wants to get into graphic novels. It would probably be a good place for those to start. Bye!